Watashi ta chita group 2 desu. Konnichiwa, watashi wa Moira desu. Hello, my name is Moira.
Konnichiwa, watashi wa Narmida desu. Hello, my name is Narmida.
Konnichiwa, watashi wa Jolomina desu.
Konnichiwa, watashi wa Mary Grace desu. Hello, I am Mary Grace.
Konnichiwa, watashi wa Darius desu. Hello, my name is Darius.
Konnichiwa, watashi wa Pao desu. Hello, my name is Pao.
Konnichiwa, watashi wa Hersel desu. Hello, my name is Hersel.
Our topic is about Mina no Nihonggo lesson 1. Previously, we have talked about the vocabulary and translations from Mina no Nihonggo lesson 1 part 1. So now we will talk about the word references and information and the grammar explanations.
Here are some translation and pronunciation about the countries, people, and some of their languages. The translation of America in Nihongo is America. The American translated to America Jin. The language they're using is English, and it's called Ego when it's translated to Nihongo. The next is United Kingdom, and it's translated to Igirisu. The people who live in United Kingdom called British, and it's translated to Igirisu Jin. The third one is Italy, and the Nihongo word will be called Italia. The Italian are translated to Italia Jin. Their language called Italiago. A pronunciation in the country of Iran is still the same, but the difference is the translation of Iranian, which is called Iranjin. And their language is Persian, and it's translated to Perushiago. Next is India, which is translated to Indo, and their people called Indojin, and their language is Hindigo. Next is Indonesia, and the pronunciation is still the same when it's translated to Nihongo. Their people called Indonesia Jin, and their language is called Indonesiago. This country is called Egypt, and when it's translated to Nihongo, it will be called Egypto. Their people called Egypto Jin, and their language is Arabiago. Next country called Australia, and it's translated to Australia. Their people called Australia Jin. This one is Canada, and it's also the same when it's translated to Nihongo. And their people called Canada Jin. Next Asian country is South Korea, and if you translate it to Nihongo, it will be called Gangkoku. The people called is Gangkoku Jin, and their language is Gangkoku-go. Next country is Saudi Arabia, and it's called Saudi Arabia, and it's translated to Nihongo. And their people called Arabia Jin. The last country is Singapore, and it's called Singapore, and it's translated to Nihongo. The people who live in Singapore is called Singapore Jin.
Hi guys, so the topic for today is about country, language, and people. First country, Spain. People, Spanish, Spain. Language, Spanish, Spain. Next country is Thailand. Thai. People, Thai. Taijin, language, Thai. Taijin. Next country is China. Zhugugu, people, Chinese. Zhugugujin, language, Mandarin. Next country is Germany. Deutsche, people, German. Deutschenen, language, German. Deutschenen. Next country is Japan. Nihon, people, Japanese. Nihonggo. Language, Japanese, Nihonggo. Next country is France. France. People, French, Franzige. Language, French, Franzige. Next country is Philippines. Philippines. Philippine. People, Filipino. Philippine. Language, Filipino. Philippine. Next country is Brazil. Brazil. Burajero. Portuguese people. Portugalgo. Language, Portuguese. Portugalgo. Next country is Vietnam. 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 People is Vietnamese. Vietnamago. Language, Vietnamese. Vietnamago. Next country is Malaysia. 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 People is Malaysian. Malaysian. Language, Malay. Marico. Next country is Mexico. Mexico. People is Spanish. Spaingo. Language is Spanish. Spaingo. Next country is Russia. Russia. People is Russian. Russian. Language is Russian.
Minasan konnichiwa, watashi no meha haseru desu. Kore wa sun ichipatetsu desu, keizuku. Hello everyone, my name is Herschel. This is the lesson 1 part 2 continuation. Let's move on to our topic for this video, the grammar explanations. Ha or wa. This is the first particle. Indicates that the word before it is the topic of the sentence. You select a noun you want to talk about, add ha or wa to show that it is the topic and give a statement about the topic. For example, I am Mike Miller. Watashi wa Maiku Mira desu. I am Mark Miller. Take note that the ha or wa is read as wa. Example number 2. I am an engineer. Watashi wa engineer desu. I am an engineer. So the particle 2 talks about des or desu. Des or desu is a negative form as des. It is the form used daily in daily conversation for a formal speech or writing. For example, Mr. Santos is not a student. Shi Santos wa gutuside wa arimasen. Mr. Santos is not a student. Particle 3. So particle 3 is ka. Particle 3 is used to express the speaker's doubt in questions, uncertainty, etc. A question is formed by simply adding ka to an end of the sentence. A question ends with a rising intonation. The examples are, is Mr. Miller an American? Yes, he is. San desu mira wa America ito? Hai, kare desu. The next type of ka when using questions is questions with interrogatives. An interrogative replaces the part of the sentence that cover what you want to ask about. The word orders does not change and ka is added at the end. For example, who is that man? That's Mr. Miller. Ano otoko dira desu ka? Sora wa misa desu mira. Who is that man? That's Mr. Miller.
Now that we've talked about the ha or wa particle, desu or des, and ka, now we will talk about the mo, no, and san. First is mo. Mo is added after a topic instead of ha or wa when the statement about the topic is the same as the previous topic. For an example, first sentence, Mirasawa kaishain desu, which means Mr. Miller is a company employee. Next sentence, Gupta-san mo kaishain desu, which means Mr. Gupta is also a company employee. Next is no. No is used to connect two nouns. For an example, Mirashi wa aimushi no jugyoin desu, which means Mr. Miller is an IMC employee. Next is son. Son is added to the name of the listener or a third person to show the speaker's respect to the person. It should never be used with the speaker's own name. For an example, first sentence, "Sore ga Mira-san desu," which means that's Mr. Miller. And then the second sentence, "Mira-san wa kaishain desu," which means Mr. Miller is a company employee. And that's all for Mina no Nihongo Lesson 1 by Group 2. And I hope that you guys have learned something today. And that's all. Arigato gozaimasu and Jane.